I want them to know that they'll be accepted. There's a lot of opportunities here, and there'll be a lot of one-on-one with the teacher. You'll get a lot more personal experience, and there's a lot of opportunities through Casper College, not just with getting a degree, but also like outside work and extracurricular stuff.
Good afternoon, basketball fans from the house that Oscar Sweet Erickson built. T-Bird Gym, I'm Jack Noakes, and this afternoon a play-in game for the Region 9 tournament that gets underway Thursday in Scottsbluff. The men's tournament does, so we have a play-in game between the Thunderbirds of Casper College and the Lancers from Eastern Wyoming. These are teams that met just a week ago Friday, and the T-Birds ran away and hid 122-76 to run their record to the season on to 22-8. Torrington, meanwhile, Eastern fell to 4-24. They now have lost their last 11 games, and they are 0-12 on the road this year. T-Birds will be playing without their starting point guard, Malik Rebetez. Got a bad foot, and they're just saving him for Region 9. He tried to go practice a little bit earlier this week, and it didn't work out. And talking with Tom Parks before the ball game, there's no real sense in taking a chance on doing any further damage when you got a big tournament coming up that you're hoping will send you on to the national tournament. So Rebetez will sit, expecting that Jaden Peters would get the call as the starting point guard for the Thunderbirds. Casper comes in riding a 9-game winning streak now. Birds are 22-8 overall. They are 9-3 at home this season, and not getting any mention in the national JUCO poll. Thought they might have creeped into the also mentioned category, but that hasn't happened yet. The Region 9 this year not really represented as far as the men go, because Western Nebraska, I think, checked in at number 25, the only ones that are mentioned in the national poll. Earlier this afternoon on the road at Sterling, Colorado, McCook, Nebraska, with an upset over the Plainsmen with a buzzer beater. So McCook moves on, and that's of interest to the Thunderbirds because a win here by Casper will move them into the Region 9 tournament to face McCook at Scottsbluff next Thursday. Also should mention that the women now rank number 16 in the nation. We will have them hosting the Region 9 tournament. That begins Thursday, and we will have the first game of that tournament with the T-Birds playing in the final game on Thursday evening, and their opponent yet to be determined. So Casper College women ranked number 16. Got the hiccups here. Number 16 in the country. They are riding a 10-game winning streak right now for head coach Dwight Gennari. We'll come back and take a look at some of the statistics real quick here as we get set to tip this off. This is T-Bird basketball.
Hey, Coach. So I've been with you for a couple weeks. What's your philosophy on player development?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it really boils down to two things: imagination and creativity.
Good, fine, good, yes, go, quick, one more time, give me another Georgie, another one, Georgie, give me that, don't step on my two, quick, finish, let's go, come on, let's go, jump on your shot, get your shot up, go, one more, let's go, give it up, go, finish it, nice job.
Jack Noakes back at Erickson T-Bird Gym, the house that Swede built. Decent-sized crowd filtering in on a Saturday afternoon. The 3A, 4A boys and girls tournament going on, and in just a little while. Matter of fact, should be right now. The 3A girls should be tipping off the state championship game. So there's some people in town. We'll see if any of them whose teams have been eliminated manage to filter over to the campus of Casper College and take a look at Thunderbird basketball. T-Birds on the season, 22-8, 9-3 at home. And as I said, riding a 9-game winning streak right now. They finished 10-2 and in second place in the northern sub-region. The champions in the northern sub-region, the number 1 seed was Gillette. Our national anthem will get the introduction of the starting lineups come up here just momentarily. As we said, the T-Birds will be without their starting point guard, Malik Rebatez, with an injured foot. Expected to be playing when the Region 9 tournament begins. So, this is the way Eastern will go. Michael Glover averages 19 points a ball game, joined by Hennis Fitwe, who averages 6 points a contest. Glover is a 6'2 sophomore, Brookshire, Texas. Fitwe, a freshman, 6 foot tall. He is from Denver. Rodrigo Sanchez averages 3 a game, 6'6 freshman, Madrid, Spain. Joined by Micaiah Tarver, the leading scorer at 13 a ball game. The 6'5 freshman from Salt Lake City. And then the 5th starter, averaging 5 points a ball game, forward, 6'8 freshman from France, Jules Taboul. For the T-Birds, this is the way they will go, and we just lost the scoreboard. We didn't lose the whole scoreboard, but we lost the starters. This is the way the Birds will go, though. Darius Robinson will go at the guard. The 6'3 sophomore averages 18 a game from Chicago. Abdul Bashir, the leading scorer at 19 points a ball game, 6'7 freshman from Omaha. Joined by Josh E.J. E.J. 9 points, 10 rebounds a ball game, 6'10 sophomore from Milton Keynes in the United Kingdom. Then Nate Sasser III. Sasser, the 6'6 freshman, West Palm Beach, averaging 9 points a ball game. And then Jaden Peters should run the team in the absence of Rebatez. He averages 5 points a ball game. He's one of the few sophomores, one of 4 on the team. He's 6'3 and came to Casper from Los Angeles. Birds in their white home uniforms, red numerals trimmed in black with the black piping down the side. Lancers with their black uniforms, white numerals trimmed in gold, and the gold stripes down the side. An outmanned Eastern Wyoming team trying to pull the upset tonight on a foreign court. They have not won away from home on a foreign court all season long. They are 0-12 when on the road. Their neutral record is 1-5. 4-24 and 12-game losing streak as the Birds win the opening tack to Robinson. The sophomore from Chicago will get it out top. EJ looking for Robinson. Down the left side, jumps in the lane, rolls one in. Darius Robinson makes it a 2-0 start for the Birds on an easy hoop in the middle of the lane. And ball turned over on an errant pass that time. Fitwe tried to save it from going in the stands, stepped on the sideline. Little conference with the scorers table. And the Birds will play it in. Bashir for Robinson. Darius, 1 of 2, 3-point artist for the T-Birds. Here's Sasser in the lane, kicking outside. Peters wide open, couldn't get it to go, just inside the arc. Back the other way, and let's see if they count this one. Tarver strong to the hoop, lays it off the glass. They're going to whistle a foul here. It's going to go on Bashir. It will be before the shot, so the basket doesn't count. Tarver to play it in. Comes out way high for Glover. Glover exchanging with the guard, stepping inside the free throw line, and Fitwe with the miss, but a foul by the Birds. This will be a shooting foul. This one will go on Darius Robinson. So the Birds with a couple of quick fouls in the first minute. Micah Glover averaging 19 a ball game to lead all scorers for this team. First free throw is good. Glover on the season, 85% from the stripe. Chance to knot it at 2, doesn't it? It'll go in and out. Birds will hustle it ahead. Robinson to the left side, loses the dribble way out front. Bashir wants to go left, fall away inside the arc, misses from about 17. Back the other way on the run, they get the ball to Glover, and they'll feed it in deep, and that's good. Tabul with the first hoop of his contest, and it's 3-2. Lancers by 1. Robinson launching the 3. Darius, the 3-point artist, 1 of 2 on this team, and the Birds take a lead of 5-3, and then a foul whistled. This will be a reach, and it will be on Robinson. He gets 2 quick ones here in the first minute and a half. Jimmy James will come off the bench, replace Robinson. Birds up 5-3. James going belly to belly right now with Glover. They hand it to Tabul, and he'll walk with the basketball. "5-3 T-Birds. We're 2 minutes into this play-in game for the Region 9 tournament. James hop, skip, and a jump. Feeds in the corner. Sasser, strong move. Lays it off the glass with his left hand from the right side. Biggest lead in the ball game early is 4 now. Glover trying to work against Bashir, hemmed in along the baseline. Tabul kicks it outside. They'll try a 3. That's good. Rodrigo Sanchez averages 3 points a ball game, and he just hit a 3 here at the 17:30 mark. In deep, Sasser too hard off the glass. Ball tapped, and coming away with it, the Lancers. Glover in the lane, loses it, but it comes free to Tabul. 3-pointer goes all the way up, comes back out, and the Birds will run it ahead to Peters. Oh, nice pass, Jimmy James, layup good. Kind of reversed it with the right hand from the left side. Birds back up by 3. Glover over to Sanchez, loses the ball. James will soar and just lay it in softly. No slam there. He's got 4, and the Bird lead is 5. We'll get a timeout on the court. 16:52 to go here in the opening half. Jack Noakes, good to have you along on a Saturday afternoon from the Swede. It's tournament time across the landscape of college basketball. And in JUCO basketball, we're trying to get to the Region 9 tournament in Scottsbluff. Pull up from the right side elbow, the miss by Glover, the rebound taken away by Casper. James will run it ahead, almost lost the dribble, now does. Cross courts it in the corner. Bashir alone got it. 19 points a ball game for the Birds. Top shooting three-point artist. He and Robinson nearly identical stats. This will be a kick. And the ball will stay with Eastern. Casper lead now 8. Eastern will get it in against pressure, run it ahead. Little loop, tried the around the back pass, taken away. Sasser on the run, lays it up with the left hand. Sasser with 4 now, and the lead is in double digits already at 16 minutes to go in the half. High arc 3 and the miss by Fitwe. Bashir, let's see if he pulls the string again. No. Nice feed in the paint. And EJ with a little left hand too hard, but he drew the foul. He'll be at the line for a couple here. Foul will go against Tabul. It will be his first team foul for the Lancers. Josh EJ, 9 points a ball game, 10 rebounds a ball game. The sophomore also has, coming into tonight, 99 blocks on the season. Lancers wanting to take a timeout here with the Birds at the free throw line. 17-6, Casper up by 11. Last Friday night it was 122 to 76, so that's what, 46-point victory? Earlier in the season, I'm trying to remember, I think it was 101 to 90, the Birds over Eastern. Eastern has struggled this year. They're 4-24 coming into this ball game, 0-12 on the road. They average 76 a ball game. They give up 91, shoot 41% from the field and just 33% behind the arc. EJ with the second free throw coming here. And it rims and falls off on the left side. Tarver, cross court to Glover. Still has it on a string. Looking to the right side. Tarver pull up from 15. No. Ball tapped and taken away by the Birds. Peters clears it ahead. They'll go to EJ, or Jimmy James rather, in the corner. Let me get that again. Kuhn Kuan with a three-pointer in the corner. 20-6. T-Birds pulling away early in this. Here's Tarver from the right side, softly lays it home off the glass. Kuan pounding the right side, loses a dribble in the baseline, head fake, EJ, throw it up too hard, and the Lancers will come ahead with the ball. Into the line, Ryan A. with the basketball. For Glover, dribble drive, his shot. I don't know if he shot that or if it was blocked. He passed it in the corner anyway. And Rodrigo Sanchez averages 3 points a ball game, has 6 on a pair of threes early. Bashir with the 3-point miss, and the black shirts will clear it ahead. Looked like maybe Tarver got away with a little shuffle there. Glover high off the glass lays it home. Micah is the leading scorer at 19 a ball game. Cuts the Casper lead to 7. Spinning in the lane, hooking it off the glass. Nice move, Jimmy James, for his 6th point of the day. 6 minutes into the game. Kun Kuan's going to get a foul, and the Birds are going to take a timeout, I believe. Well, we'll see. I thought I saw somebody checking in. So, 22-13, Casper by 9. They've led by as many as 14. We're halfway through almost the first half.
I chose Casper College because it's my hometown, and it always been like a goal of mine to come here first and then maybe go on, but I actually liked it here a lot better, so I decided to stay here. I like the community here, like how they do these things like the barbecues and everything. I think that's really cool how they try to get the students and everyone together. It's affordable for a lot of students, even out-of-state students, and also it's like I said earlier, the community, it's really good, and they try to help you in any way that they can here. And I know bigger universities don't care as much, and I think Casper College is perfect. I don't know, feels like home.
Thunderbird lead is 9. They've led by as many as 14. We are 6 minutes into the contest. Casper comes in averaging 91 points a ball game. They've scored 100, I believe, in 5 of their last 6, including 122 against these guys a week ago. Eastern with the basketball in the front court. They'll feed on top. Rashid with the basketball. Trying to drive, they'll kick it back outside. Little fall away, nothing but net. Nice touch that time. Ryan A. with his first bucket. Lead down to 7, 13.5 to play, opening half. Andrea Muric in for the T-Birds, exchanges with Kuan. He'll leave it for Jimmy James at the top. Muric, or Andrea, trying to back his way in. Muric missed the hook shot. Little wrestling match going on. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Casper. In the front court, T-Birds to play it in. Kuan decides to bring it back out top for Bashir. Abdul, pull up, free throw line, missed with 15-footer. Rebound gathered off the floor, taken ahead by Micah Glover. Glover working one-on-one with Rohan Butler, who's in the miss, and Butler will claim it. Run it ahead, 2-on-3 for the Birds. Finds the trailer, and I'll tell you what, Jimmy James was going strong, but they batted it from behind and out of bounds. Tabul to return for the Lancers. Ball will stay with Casper in the front court, along the end line to the left of the basket. Comes in, Butler controls along the baseline, then brings it back out. Gets a pick, goes to the free throw line for Muric. Jump hook from the right side, just rimmed and fell away. Back the other way. Nick, with a long shot. And Gomo with a three-pointer. And the lead is down to 4. Bashir bouncing in the corner, long 3. Kuan with the miss. And Glover will gather the ball back. Baseball it ahead. Give it to A. A with the pick to the right side. Tried to slam, missed it. The tip is no good. Comes back outside. Glover head fake on a 3. Cross courts it, and they'll reset to Glover on the elbow. Cross court it to the baseline, and they'll get it at the elbow and bring it back out top. Gonna try a three, that's partially blocked. Butler with the block, spin dribble. James working it ahead, long three, no good. And one and done for the Birds, who have let a 14-point lead slip away down to 4. The drive and the reverse layup, that's good. Glover with his 4th point of the ball game, and I think Coach Parks has seen enough with 11:24 to go. Casper 22, Eastern 20, T-Bird basketball.
Hey, Casper coach, we can't miss.
Hold on, man. I can do better.
All right, show me.
Well, Tom Parks with an animated conversation with his team. His team has the ball and the 14-point lead down to 2 as Peters brings it ahead. Sasser left side outside Bashir, right back to Sasser. Spins in the lane, throws it up, couldn't get it to go, but drew the foul. So it'll be Nate Sasser to the free throw line. That'll be the 2nd foul of the afternoon on Tabul. Sasser's first one, the lefty left it a little bit short. On the season, a 54% free throw shooter. And the second one's too hard. Tapped out top though. Bashir soars into the lane. He left it short but drew the foul, and now Abdul to the free throw line, and he's one of the better T-Birds at the line. 77% on the season. Pace of this game has stalled to Eastern's advantage here. 11:07 to play. Abdul with a three-pointer for his only points. Now he's got 4. Well, you always worry when you've kicked somebody's little tail just a week ago. You know, it's one thing to remember how you dominated, it's another to do it again and not get the big head. Birds have seen a big lead squandered and now trying to build it back as they get a miss. Nice rebound that time. Kuan just took it away from everybody. Bashir will exchange. Sasser for Peters, right side outside. Go along the baseline. Sasser with the right hand this time, and he couldn't get it to go. Threw it off the glass a little hard. Back the other way, little floating one-hander. Pretty shot by Sanchez, who now has 8 points to lead all scorers, and the Casper lead down to 2. Approaching the halfway mark of the opening half. Soft touch off the glass. Bashir now leading the way with 7 for the T-Birds. Sanchez is alone in the corner, missed from the corner this time, and Peters will bring it out. Bashir behind the pick, tried to throw in the lane. That looked like a kick. It goes out of bounds and will stay with the T-Birds. Robinson will come back in with those 2 early fouls. Also in, I believe, Glover returning to the lineup. Here is Sasser backing his way in, couldn't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in, draws the foul. Well, if at first you don't succeed, Sanchez is going to get the foul. Team fouls are even at 4 apiece now. Sasser back to the free throw line. He's now 0 for 3 as he missed that one, but Peters sneaks in, gets the rebound, couldn't get the shot to go, and then Sasser couldn't control the rebound. Six-point margin for Casper, full court pressure. Remember, Eastern has only 8 players on its roster. Bird's going to make them work hard in the backcourt. They cleared it, get it in deep, and the layup is good. Little floating one-hander by Micah Tarver for his 4th point. We're halfway through the opening half. And a little shot from the free throw line. Darius with the miss. And then the held ball should go over to the Lancers on the arrow as Casper will take a timeout. 9:23 to go, opening half. Casper 28, Eastern Wyoming 24. Well, if you're the Thunderbirds, you led early by 14, saw that lead shrink to 2. Now it's 4, 28-24, 9:23 to go. In the opening half, it'll be T-Bird basketball. Thought we had a jump ball and the arrow pointing the other way. Guess not. Confer with the scorer's table. Everything's all right. Peters will rise from 15 and hit it. Jaden averaging 5 a contest, his first of the afternoon. Ooh, almost backcourt. Glover just got across. Managed to get both feet on the right side of the line. Spinning, Tarver off the glass, almost stuck it. The rebound cleared by Peters, and he will be fouled from behind. Let's see who gets this. I think they're going to give that to Micaiah Tarver, rather. Micah Tarver. Birds will get the basketball in the backcourt. Darius Robinson brings it ahead, floats all the way down, throws up a running one-hander. No, gets it back in the corner, clears outside. Peters to Sasser, wants to go into the paint. Soft left hand, used the glass and knocked it home. Leads the T-Birds with 8, and the lead is 8. Head fake on the 3, bouncing into the lane. The ball bounces off a couple of players, pinballs right ahead to the T-Birds, in deep, missed the layup. And back the other way we come. Fitwe with the basketball. Over to Glover, soft one-hander, lays it home and draws the foul. Micah Glover, his 6th point of the ball game, cuts it to 6. That'll be the first of the afternoon for Kun Kuan. Glover, 19 points a ball game to lead Eastern this year, trying to finish the 3-point play, and they're going to change it and give that foul to Jaden Peters. That'll be his first. 5 team fouls apiece, and the free throw is good. Glover has 7 now. Bird lead down to 5. Robinson out top for EJ, gets it right back, goes down left side, throws it up with the right hand, couldn't get it to go, but did draw the foul. And Enos Fitway will get this one. Well, if you're Eastern, this is not the person you put at the free throw line. Robinson 90% on the season. Shooting a pair here. We're right at the 8-minute mark here in the opening half. And the first one's good. Darius with 6 points. Rohan Butler will leave. Sasser returns for the Thunderbirds. Sophomore from Chicago just doesn't miss free throws. He's got 7. The lead is 7 now. Back the other way. Glover to the elbow, left side, backs it outside. Spin in the lane. Nice pass along the end line, and that's knocked away. The block that time by who else? Josh E.J. Averages 5 a game, and then Peters fumbles it away. We're coming back the other way, behind the back, reverse layup. Pretty play by Micah Glover for his 9th of the ball game. Bird lead is 5. Bashir to Peters, cross court for Robinson, quickly to Sasser. Sasser high post feed, EJ one dribble, kicks outside. 10 on the shot clock. Robinson rises inside the arc, got it. He's got 9. 7 to go in the opening half. And here is a terrible shot. That's going to be basket interference, I believe. I'm not sure that was on. Somebody hit the basket. I'm not sure whether they called the foul or called basket interference. The score says 36-29. The public address announcer said that, and they're never wrong, by the way, said that it was a foul on EJ, his first. So I'm confused, but we're a long ways from the scorer's table. Casper on the season 22-8. The Birds are 9-3 on their home court. And they are the number 2 seed on the north side for the Region 9 tournament, which begins in Scotts Bluff. That'll be next Thursday. The women, we will have their first game, tip around 7:30 on Thursday night. The women are the top seed in the north and thus get to host the tournament. Men's tournament goes to the top seed in the south, and that was Western Nebraska. 36-29 is what the scoreboard says, with 6:55 to go here in the opening half. Birds have Robinson, Bashir, Peters, Sasser, and EJ on the court right now. EJ, high left for Bashir, high arc, can't get the 3 to go. Ball volleyballed around, tapped around, almost stolen, and finally Fitwe gets it across the timeline. To Tarver, right back for Tarver. Floats one up from 10 feet. No, gets his own rebound. And Sasser will sneak in and knock it out of bounds, but it'll stay to the right side of the hoop for the Lancers. And then I'm going to call an illegal pick or a charge. And I believe the guilty party is Kari Rashid for Eastern. Birds trying to build on a 5-point margin, still 6.5 to go, opening half. Bashir, one dribble to Robinson, corner, high arc, in and out, no. Tarver, as they run the court, gets it right back, penetrates and feeds it, and EJ just stuffs. And I mean turkey stuffs. Whoa. Rashid thought he had a wide open layup. You don't get many of those when EJ's blocking the lane. Ball does stay with the Lancers. They'll try and get it in. Ball poked away. Comes away to Eastern. Shot clock winding down to 10. And here's a shot. A floater behind the basket is good. Fitwe with his first hoop, and he draws the foul. EJ will get the foul. Basket is good. Bird lead is shrunk to 3. Make it 2. Enos Fitwe from Denver. 36-34. Birds have missed a lot of opportunities in deep just like that. Wow. Sasser has had plenty of tries down low and just hasn't been able to knock them home. The foul will be on Josh EJ. That is his second. And we're into the 1-and-1 now. Bonus both ways for each team. So, to the free throw line, Kari Rashid with a chance to tie this thing up. 6'8", freshman Phoenix. And the first one is good. Eastern has never led. The T-Birds led early by as many as 14. And they need to step on the accelerator. Second one by the righty is good. We are tied. 36 all, still 5.5 to go, opening half. Robinson back out top. Head fake on the 3 by James in the corner left side. Bashir brings it out, drives in the lane, throws up the fall away. That's no good. Ball tapped and comes away to Tarver, who will feed it, and they'll swing it way back outside. Looking on the low post, ducking in against the double team and losing the ball that time. Here comes Robinson all the way, lays it up and in. Coast to coast, the 94-foot express. Back the other way, and this will be a foul whistled here. Glover going to the hoop, tripped up. A couple of Birds were there, but Peters will get the offense log next to his name. Michael Glover, 9 points on the afternoon. To the free throw line, and the first one's good. He is the first player for, well, the Birds. Darius Robinson now has 11. He's the first player for Eastern into double figures. Eastern not putting anybody on the free throw line. Bird lead is shrunk again to 1. See if they can tie it up here. They will. Micah Glover makes him pay for the foul. Under 5 to play now. Opening half, we're knotted at 38. Robinson almost dribbled it off his foot, gathers back, gets it to Sasser, will soar and score. Put that one in the slammer. 40-38. Birds getting back on defense just in time to shut down Sanchez. Right side elbow feed. Tarver has to kick it back. Sanchez will kick it outside. Working behind his back is Fitwe, launching a long 3. That never got rim, all off the glass, and the rebound to Sasser, who stops, hops, tries to put it up, reverse it, got it. He's got 12. And with 4 minutes to go, the Birds lead by 4. Back the other way, that'll be a trip, unintentional it was, but nonetheless, Kuon's going to get this one. I think, well, maybe not. Now they're going to say that was on Abdul Bashir with the trip. 42-38 Casper. Back to the free throw line, Ryan A. to shoot a couple here. On the season coming into tonight, 71% from the free throw line. Little conversation going on. With the scorers table, Ben Partlow, the lead official here this evening. A couple of guys from Billings joining him. Conversation, I believe, might have had something to do with the fact Eastern doesn't put anybody on the foul line, but I don't think they have to, and they must not because they're not putting anybody there. Birds will take the miss uncontested and bring it ahead. Sasser has it slapped away in the lane. They're going to call a hold here. Tarver will be the guilty party. Sasser back to the free throw line. It has been a struggle for him. He leads the Birds with 12, but he's 0 for 3 so far at the stripe. The lefty with the first one, heals that one, goes to get his own rebound, didn't get it though, it was grabbed by A. And Ryan A will bring it ahead. Trapped by Sasser right at half court. Now puts the move on. Wants to go to the right side elbow. Hooks it off the glass. No. Rebound controlled by Sanchez, though. Finds Tarver, who floats home the one-hander. Tarver with 6. Bird lead to 2. High arc 3. Got it. Who else? Darius Robinson leads all scorers with 14. The Bird lead back to 5 with 3 to play. They'll hook a pass in deep, and the layup is good. Tarver blowed right by EJ for his 8th point. Here's Robinson, sets for another 3. Same location, postage stamp time. He's got 17 and a timeout going to be taken. 2:45 to go in the opening half. Casper 48, Eastern 42.
We have a really competitive group this year. Sometimes a little too competitive. And there's this guy on our team, Ethan. He takes it a little too far, but he never loses.
Ready, go! I do this. I ain't never lost. I do this. It don't even matter what that is. I got game right here. In this game.
Tell him he missed too.
In that game. I do this. I ain't never lost. I cheer louder than you. I never lost. I never lost. I ain't never lost. I do this.
Jack Noakes back at Erickson T-Bird Gym. The cakewalk has not materialized. The cake has not risen. 58-42, Birds by 6. Eastern ball, 2:45 to go. Opening half. Lancers on the attack with the ball. Ngomo loses it, and the Birds bring it ahead. Bashir leading to Sasser, couldn't control it, and it goes out of bounds. Once again, the Lancers will try and eat into the 6-point deficit. High dribble. Didn't turn it over, stepping inside the free throw line. The miss that time by Glover, but they get the rebound and kick it back outside. On the baseline, little one-hander, no good. Tarver, and then an attempt to dunk it home fails by Ngomo, but it goes out of bounds off one of the Birds. He'll get it in deep, And Sasser with a hard foul. Micah Glover's going to have to earn his points at the line. First foul of the ball game for Sasser. Glover with 11, the leading scorer for Eastern here in the first half. Looking at his purple shoes, the first one's good. Did a game in the high school tournament the other night and looked at the shoes. On the 10 players on the court, there was one pair of white shoes. Second one good. 13 for Glover. Bird lead down to 4 with 2 to go. Opening half. James loses his dribble and then throws it away, trying to feed Kuan. Back the other way. And the floating one-hander good. Micah Glover now with 15 points. Casper up by 2. Bashir backing away, dribbling, tries to spin in the lane, and he'll be fouled. Glover's going to get this foul, his first. Abdul, the leading three-point shooter on this team, second in free throws at 85%. Darius Robinson leading the way. I think I said 85%. I'm looking at the wrong number there. Abdul at 77%. First free throw's good. 8 points for him. Make it 9. 50-46, Birds halfway home to the century mark, but only leading by 4 with 90 seconds left in the half. Out top, Glover hop step in the lane, gets a nice feed, and Rashid will dunk it home. 50-48, Bashir head fake on the 3, kicks back outside. Sasser in deep, layup left hand, got it. Nate has 14, the lead back to 4. We approach a minute to go. Birds for the steal, James almost had it. Had a retreat, pick up his man, it comes back out top. Glover now with 15 on the shot clock. Tries to back his way in at the elbow, fall away, free throw line, net. He's got 17. Bashir, and that'll be a block going to be called on Glover, who paid for it. A little slow to get up. Didn't get the call. And Bashir back to the free throw line for 2 more. 40 seconds and a little change left here in the opening half. First free throw good. So Bashir now in double figures with 10. Darius Robinson, 17, leads the Birds. Micah Glover's 17 leads the Lancers. And the second one's good too. 11 for Abdul, the leading scorer on the season at 19 a ball game. Jaden Peters will come in along with Rohan Butler for the T-Birds. Guess Tom Parks trying to save some possible fouls here in the last minute. Ball will come in and Glover will take it at half court, feed it outside to Sanchez. They'll go in the corner for a 3 that is good. That one by Ngomo. He's got 6. Birds now can hold for the last shot if they want to. Sasser stumbles, loses a dribble, picks it back up in the lane, and they're going to get him for a travel. 54-53, Birds by a point, 19 seconds left in the opening half. Tarver to play it in. for Glover. Birds trying to win for the third time against Eastern after a huge 46-point win just a week ago. And they're struggling. Here's a line drive from the free throw line that's no good. The half will come to an end, and the T-Birds will go to the locker room with a 1-point lead. It's Casper 54, Eastern Wyoming 53 on T-Bird basketball. Jack Noakes back at Sweet Erickson T-Bird Gym, halftime. About 4 minutes away from the start of the second half of play. Casper with a 1-point lead. They took into the locker room 54-53. Birds led by 14 at the 15:33 mark left to play as they scooted out to a quick big lead. The only time Eastern has led, they've led by 1 at 18:48, but they have come back from a 14-point deficit. They haven't been able to forge ahead, but they trail by just 1, and they will have the ball to start the second half of play. Both teams have scored 8 points off of turnovers. The Birds winning the battle in the paint 26-18. Casper also with 6 second chance points to just 4 for the Lancers. Lancer bench outscoring Casper 12-9. Leading scorer, Micah Glover with 17, as the Lancers are 20 of 38, 53% from the field, including 4 of 11, 36% behind the arc. They were 9 of 11, 82% from the free throw line. Casper comparatively, 3 players in double figures. Darius Robinson has 17, Nate Sasser with 14, and Abdul Bashir with a total of 11 in the first half. Robinson 3 out of 4 from the field behind the arc, 6 out of 8 from the field overall. He has been the kingpin for the T-Birds. Casper, I'm just trying to look at a couple of other statistics, with 7 assists, and that's usually a category where they get a lot of easy buckets, and they actually trail Eastern, which has 9 assists thus far in the first half. Lancers turned it over 8 times, T-Birds turned it over 5. Block shots, as you would expect with Josh E.J. on your side. Casper with a total of 3, and 2 of them have been by E.J., 1 by Rohan Butler. So the teams coming back out on the court. The winner goes on to the Region 9 men's tournament being held this coming week in Scottsbluff, Nebraska at the Cougar Palace. Birds the number 2 seed in the North. Gillette earned the number 1 seed. Western Nebraska the number 1 seed and the host of the men's tournament, number 1 seed from the South. We'll have the women's tournament. First game for the T-Birds will be Thursday night at, I don't have the schedule sitting in front of me, either 7 or 7:30. As they look for another Region 9 title. They have won the North Sub-Region, I believe, 7 years in a row now. Dwight Canary, with a roster of newcomers this year, had only 3 returning sophomores, but you know, if you're around junior college basketball a long time, and I qualify, you know that turning over a roster is just part of the game. You just only got them for 2 years if you're lucky, and really good players oftentimes move on to a D1 school or a 4-year school after a single year, but still it's a challenge trying to put 9 or 10 new faces together with maybe 2 or 3 that know your program. And again, a nice job being done this time around again by Dwight Canary. Well, the clock winding down, we'll get the start of the second half of play. The ball will go over to the Lancers, who trail by just a point as we go to the second 20-minute stanza. T-Birds came into this game with a mark of 22-8, 9-3 at home. And just a week ago last night, they beat this Eastern team 122-76 on their home court in Torrington. Eastern 0-12 right now on the road, has lost its 11 games, last 11 games, and came in with a 4-24 mark. So the Birds have some work to do if they're going to achieve what they want to do, and that is move into the Region 9 tournament proper beginning Thursday. Peters, who's replaced Rebetez as the point guard today, with Rebetez out with a bad foot. Peters, Bashir, Robinson, Sasser, and EJ, the starting five again. In the second half for Casper College, and the Birds will try and pressure Glover, bringing it ahead out of the backcourt. Feeds on the high post to Tabul. For Tarver, driving along the baseline, stepped on the end line. Casper gets it on the turnover. See if the Birds can play a little better defense. They gave up 53 to a team that's averaging 76 a ball game. Here's the ball knocked loose back into the backcourt. Regathered by EJ. We'll try it again to Robinson. Darius, pull up, high arc, got it. Oh my. He's got a magnet in the bottom of both baskets right now. He's got 20 to lead all scorers. Long pass out top, Glover driving, his shot blocked, and then goes up and in. Who's going to get credit for the basket there? Wow, they're going to give it to Tabul. Birds will try a three that's no good. Pull up for a three. No, Tabul rebound off the glass, got it to go. We are tied at 57. Robinson juking, jiving, throwing it off the glass. Boy, he's hitting from the outside and he's running to the hoop strong. Back to a 2-point lead. Birds almost with the steal. Now they get it. Sasser. Hop step in the lane. Euro step left hand hook is no good. Went down hard. Darius will go over to greet him. This foul is going to go on Jules Tabul, and that is his fourth. He's really the only big man they have. They only have 8 men playing tonight. Sasser 0 for 4, make it 0 for 5 on the night now from the free throw line. Pats the ball back to the official in disgust. He cannot find the range from 15 feet uncontested. There we go. Just had to prod him a little bit. He's got 15. Birds are back up by 3. Peters trying to deflect the pass. They'll bring it ahead. Goes right through Jaden's legs and is covered by the Lancers. Glover, double teamed, has to kick it back on the right side. They'll go on the baseline in the corner. In deep and trying to go up strong is Rashid. He'll draw the foul. Second on Nate Sasser, the third. And they're not going to say he was in the act of shooting. Like a Tarver will throw it in and get it in way out top for Glover. Sasser poking at it. Glover looking for a pick, gets it. Can't get his shot from the right side of the lane. Running one-hander hard off the glass. Didn't get to rim, and they can't control. The Birds can't. Now they'll drive, and Glover will loop it up and in. 60-59, 1-point margin for the T-Birds. And Robinson is on fire. He's got 24 with that little fall away. Glover dishing in the paint. Hook shot blocked out by EJ, and Robinson couldn't control it. Darius losing it into the scorer's table. Birds were going to be on the break, but just couldn't tap that one safely away. Jimmy James will come in for Casper. Sasser will take a seat. Fitwe to throw it in. Bounces it into Glover, who backs away. Now comes forward, draws the double team. A little soft one-hander. I'll tell you, Tarver with that little floater in the lane has been deadly. He's got 10. Bird lead is down to 1. Played 3 minutes in the second half. Darius for Peters. Jaden right back to Darius, to the elbow, into the paint, fall away, no. Tipped up, EJ couldn't quite get it off the glass and loses it out of bounds. Tarver to throw it in and get it into Fitwe. Back to Glover's pull up inside the free throw line. Dishes for the slam, that's no good, but a foul whistled. Rashid tried to bury it and it kicked back out. Peters gets his third. And this should send Kyrie Rashid to the free throw line, and it does. He doesn't shoot them very well, just 43%. And the first one's good. The announcer's jinx fully in play. Spins the ball once and then calmly gives his team its first lead since the opening minute and a half of play. 63-62, Lancers by a single. James in the corner. Peters, fall away, elbow rolls around. Ball tapped out of bounds and will stay with the Birds. Bashir to play it in. And gets it right in, gets it right back in the corner. Head fake on the three, and he stepped out of bounds when he stepped back. Turnover, T-Birds. Tom Parks wants to take a timeout at the 16:29 mark. Birds down a point, 63-62.
Hey, Coach, so I've been with you for a couple weeks. What's your philosophy on player development?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it really boils down to two things: imagination and creativity.
Good, fine, good, yes, go, quick, one more time, Keep going, dodge it, oh, another one, dodge it, give me that, don't step on my two, quick, finish, let's go, come on, Trey, go, jump on your shot, get your shot up, go, one more, let's go, get it up, go, finish it, nice job.
Well, there's no tomorrow for one of these teams, as the season will come to an end for one of them. Right now, the Birds in a little bit of trouble, still a lot of time, but they're down by a point for the first time since the opening minute of the ball game. 63-62. Lancer basketball in the front court. Weaving out top. Glover has it poked away. Players hit the floor and Glover will be tied up. This should be the T-Birds' ball. The arrow says so. We will not argue with the arrow. T-Birds with Jimma James, Abdul Bashir, Darius Robinson, Josh EJ, and Jordan Peters out there. Jaden Peters will try another long shot that's no good. Rebound back the other way. On the break, Glover shut off by Peters. Gets it right back. Jaden all over him. Drives him into the baseline. Hooks a pass out top. They'll go in the corner up in the land of three to Fitwe. He's guarded closely, and they have to give it up with 9 on the shot clock. Glover trying to back his way in, floats in the one-hander, no. EJ rebound, his pass deflected, intended for Bashir, coming back the other way on the run. The Lancers bounce in deep and a shot blocked again. Here comes Darius Robinson, he'll score. Just held it over his head, and he gets his 25th and 26 points of the ball game. Casper back up by a point 5 minutes into the second half. Spinning, Glover, little air ball from inside the free throw line. Peters will leave, Sasser will leave. Kuan in for the Thunderbirds. Now Sasser stays in the lineup. He's was consulting with Tom Parks along the bench. Here's Robinson on the dribble for Bashir, who's had a quiet night. In the corner to Sasser, wants to spin in the lane, lay it up with the left hand. That's his move, and he's so strong, he's hard to contest. T-Birds by 3, a lot of pressure. Lancers clear it, Fitwe for a long 3, and we're tied. Wow. 66 all. Sasser loses the ball. Taken away on the run, and the Lancers will lose it, and then it'll come right back, and the Birds get it. Robinson gonna try from the left side with the left hand. Wow, Darius is just putting it together now. I have him with 28. Scoreboard says 26, we won't argue. He has led the way. 68-66 T-Birds. Fitwe playing it in. That looked like a travel ball tapped out of bounds by the Birds. Looked like there was a little hop in the lane and then a step, but it either went undetected or my eyeballs are tinted by red and white. Out top, Lancers working the ball. Fitwe cross-courted for Glover, who wants to go into the paint, loses the ball. Robinson with the steal, then he loses it, but it'll be kicked out by Fitwe. It's been a little rugged trying to run the break for both teams. Timeout on the court. 13:45 to play in this one. Casper College leading Eastern by a score of 68-66.
I chose Casper College because it's my hometown, and it always been like a goal of mine to come here first and then maybe go on, but I actually liked it here a lot better, so I decided to stay here. I like the community here, like how they do these things like the barbecues and everything. I think that's really cool how they try to get the students and everyone together. It's affordable for a lot of students, even out-of-state students, and also it's like I said earlier, the community, it's really good, and they try to help you in any way that they can here. And I know bigger universities don't care as much, and I think Casper College is perfect. I don't know, feels like home.
Jack Noakes, good to have you along with us. Saturday afternoon at Erickson Thunderbird Gym. Play-in game to get to the Region 9 tournament in Scottsbluff, and the Birds with a handful right now. They lead by 2 with the basketball, and Sasser just loses it. Trying to go strong to the hoop, couldn't control. Lots of time left, but we keep saying that, and the Birds still having trouble building on a lead. Back the other way, 2-on-1, and they'll throw it out of bounds, but it went off Darius Robinson's knee, it looked like. Bashir to guard Fitwe, who has the inbounds pass. It looked like he was bouncing along and running the end line a little bit, got away with it. The other one will drive. Tarver with the miss. Rebound in deep. Glover tried to throw the behind the back pass. I don't know if the Birds had the ball or not. It looks like they're getting the timeout here. They do have the ball. Tom Anderson getting the explanation from the officials, the Eastern coach. Bashir still has it on the bounce, goes in the corner. Sasser out top, and Robinson's shot blocked, and then he blocks the pass right back to Sasser. Will dribble drive, give it to EJ, bouncing to Sasser out of bounds. Maybe one pass too many by the Thunderbirds. Lancer basketball. In the backcourt, Sanchez will get it from Tarver, run the baseline, bring it all the way back out front for Glover. To Sanchez, who had some threes in the opening half. Dribble drive, his shot partially blocked, it looked like. And EJ holding, I think, his hip. May have taken a knee there. Down writhing in pain right now. Little contact in the lane tonight. Almost on every play, really. He'll get picked up and helped to the sideline, holding his side, and head right to the training room. Fix me up, girls. So the Birds already without Malik Rebetez now lose Josh EJ. We'll see if it's for very long. Ball will belong to the T-Birds. Bashir to play it into Robinson. Kun Kuan in to replace EJ. And the Birds trying to build on a 2-point lead. Kuan feeding to Sasser right back. They'll swing it out top. Robinson spinning to the free throw line, leads in, throws it off the glass. My goodness. He's got 30, and the Bird lead is 4. 70-66, still got a long ways to go. 12 minutes to play in this one. Dribble drive, double team on Glover, kicks it for Fitwe, 3 on the way, no. Robinson may have gotten a finger on that. Ball goes out of bounds, and I think they're going to whistle a foul here on the Thunderbirds. It's going to go on Kun Kuan. Kuan gets the foul, and Fitwe been busy throwing the ball in. Gets it into Glover, almost went out of bounds with it, comes in the lane, fall away, no. Ball tapped off the glass, no. Peters tries to save it and then lets it go because it was off the Lancers. Abdul Bashir to Darius Robinson, who has taken over this game tonight for the Thunderbirds. I got him with 30. Coming to the right side, still has it on a string. Driving in the lane, throws it off the glass. No, a little too hard. And the rebound taken away by the Lancers. Run it to Sanchez for Fitwe, corner. He's covered up by Peters and has to get rid of the ball. Tarver on the drive against Robinson. No. Ball tapped to Bashir for Peters. Back to Bashir. Wants to go right along the baseline. Dishing in deep. Kuan bores in. Got it. He's got 5. The lead grows to 6. From behind, Robinson almost slapped it away, and a foul going to be whistled here. Glover's going to head to the stripe, I think. Yep. Kun Kuan will get his 3rd of the ball game. Send Michael Glover to the free throw line. 19 points on the afternoon. He averages 19. leading scorer on this Eastern team. 6'2" sophomore, Brookshire, Texas. First free throw is good. Cuts the T-Bird lead to 5 as the Birds will come back now with Jimma James, and Josh EJ returns from the training room. Got his right hip patched up, whatever. Glover, chance to make it 4, and he does. Make it a 4-point ball game with his 21st point of the night. We're into the night now, I believe. Yep. Bird basketball. And Bashir can't control the pass. A little too hard. Goes into the crowd, and the turnover means the Lancers can eat into that 4-point margin. Fitwe, nice drive in deep. Couldn't get the shot, but he got it over for Tabul, who hooks it up and in. He's got 8. 72-70 Casper. Out top, James all the way down right side, tried to lay it off the glass. No. Here's Bashir for the steal, knocks it loose to Robinson. Darius back to Abdul, floats in, throws it up. No. Follow EJ, yes. EJ with his 3rd point of the ball game. Back to a 4-point lead, 10 to play in the contest. Fitwe pull up, they're going to have, I don't know if it's on him, but it's going to be a player control foul against the Lancers. Somebody set the illegal pick. See who they give it to. They haven't flashed the scoreboard yet. But if that is on, it is. Tabul has fouled out of the ball game. The starting big man with his 5th foul, he'll leave with 8 points. So the Birds get to work on a very short-handed team with only 7 players now. See what they can do. Spin it over to Jimma James for Robinson. Darius back to James. 15 on the shot clock. Robinson for Bashir now. Pull up, long 3, got it. Abdul Bashir, 14. Bird leads 7. Double team in the backcourt. They get it to Fitwe. He'll drive, throw up the left hand. No, the follow no good. EJ with a rebound, and he draws the foul. That one will go on Rashid. Timeout going to be taken on the court. We still have 9:21 to go in the contest. Casper clinging, if you will, to a 7-point lead, 77-70.
Hey, Casper, coach, we can't miss.
Hold on, mate. I can do better.
All right, show me.
Jack Noakes back at the house that Swede built. Well, what people thought might be a cakewalk into the Region 9 regular tournament. Right now, the cake, as we said, not rising very quickly. The Birds have moved that 1-point halftime lead up to 7 now. Still 9:21 to play. Should be Casper basketball. Bashir, Robinson, EJ, Peters, and Jimma James right now. Tom Parks' lineup on the court. Trying to build on a 7-point lead as we approach 9 to play. Peters exchanging. James driving in deep, kicks in the corner. Peters, 3-ball, in and out. James with the tap, no. Ball kept alive and then goes out of bounds into the T-Bird bench, and Casper's going to keep it in the front court. Bashir will play it in. Going to make him go to the other side of the T-Bird bench along the sideline across from us. And he'll throw it in the backcourt where it's flagged down by Jim and James, ahead to Darius. Robinson with a big game, left-hand layup, left-hand side, got it. 32 for Darius. The Bird lead 9, biggest in a long time. On the baseline, floating one-hander is good that time. And Gomo with his 8th point of the ball game. Robinson driving all the way, nobody picked him up, and then they foul him just as he gets to the hoop. He'll go to the line for a pair. Rashid gonna get that foul. Darius Robinson, 90% from the line this season, 32 points on the night. And the first one, no good. A rare miss. Left the half with 17, and he's had 15 here thus far in the second half. Little conference between Tom Anderson, Ben Partlow, the lead official. I'm not sure what's going on. Tom Parks went over to see and had a smile on his face. Anderson does too, I think, but I don't know. Robinson's second free throw is good. He's got 33. Casper lead is 8. Darius going to get his first rest of the second half here. Came up kind of limp, and I think the trainer's going to look at his left leg. Birds trying for the steal. In deep, head fake, put up the one-hander, miss it. Tipped out front. Fitwe into the lane, got a nice big bounce, and the hop went right through the net. He's got 11. Casper lead to 6. Bashir for 3 over Fitwe. That's good. 17 for Abdul. 9-point lead. Birds matching their biggest lead of the half. In deep, ball will go out of bounds. Jim James rolling on the floor. His teammates will pick him up. Robinson going to go head to the training room, I think. Was following the trainer, now just going to the water jug. Lancer basketball in the front court. Glover trying to spin against Peters. Throws it in the paint, and he threw it right to Sasser. Sasser wanted to soar and score, lost the ball, and it hits up on the stanchion. That's out of bounds. Darius trying to walk off what looks like maybe a cramp in his right calf. 7.5 to play. Oh, the steal attempt. Peters missed it. Pull up from 15. That's good. Glover. He's got 23. The lead is down now to 7. Bashir yo-yoing his way in front court from the free throw line. Pulls up, hits it, and he's fouled from behind, I believe. That foul's going to go against Micah Glover. And Abdul Bashir with a chance to give the Birds a double-digit lead now. Abdul with 19 today. make it 20. Casper trying to pull away. Trying to pull away at 86-76, floating one-hander good. Tarver with a dozen now. And Bashir for 3. Ho, ho, ho. Hello, NBA distance. 89-78, under 7 to go. Fitwe for a 3. No, nice position, the rebound, EJ. Birds bring it ahead. Peters floating in dip, layup good, Jimma James. And the Birds now going to work, leading by 13. Back the other way, the pass will go up into the crowd. Rashid couldn't control. Tom Anderson's ball club needs a timeout. 6:25 left in this one. Casper's opened up the lead. T-Birds 91, the Lancers 78.
At Casper College, we're a hustle culture. We hustle for everything. Everything!
Hustle! 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 That's better.
Jack Noakes back on a Saturday evening. Headed to March Madness all around the country right now, including here in Casper. Casper College now with a 13-point lead in this play-in game against Eastern Wyoming. 6:25 left. Robinson has exited the training room, sitting on the bench still. Looks like he's just trying to maybe stretch out that left leg. 91-78, Casper basketball in the backcourt. Bashir will play it in for Jimma James, Sasser, EJ, and Peters, the other 3 for Casper. After Tabul fouled out for Eastern, they're down to 7 players now. See if Casper can press the advantage here. James will bounce out top. EJ looking to Bashir, sets the pick for him. Abdul gonna throw it off the glass, no. The follow, EJ, yes, and he's fouled. Fifth point for the sophomore from Milton Keynes in the UK. Second one on the way, or first one on the way, the only one on the way. He's got 6 now. And the lead is up to 16. By far, that's the biggest in the second half. And then the Lancers will draw the foul. Peters from behind should send, well, it's only the 15th foul for the Birds, so it'll be Lancer ball underneath their hoop. Officials checking with the scorers table again. And the ball will come in. Fitwe brings it way out top. Get it to Glover. He'll pull up from the baseline, miss. Rebound, kick back out to Fitwe and knocked loose from him. And then Peters almost has it taken away between his legs. Jaden pulls up, 3 on the way, no. Tipped by EJ, no, and he's going to get called over the top. That will be his 3rd of the day. Team fouls even at 6 apiece, so we'll start shooting 1 and a bonus from here on out until we get to 10. T-Bird showing pressure in the backcourt. Cleared ahead. Give it to Fitwe. And then he tries to get it over to Glover, who drops it into the bench. Casper will gladly take it on the turnover, trying to build on a 16-point lead now. Bashir to the elbow, kicks it in the corner. Peters another three, that's no good. Volleyball tapped, hits the deck. Rebound picked off the floor by the Lancers. And they'll have it hawked from behind. Managed to keep it though. Tarver kept it. They'll go in the corner. Sanchez, three ball, no. And then Fitwe couldn't control the rebound. Birds have the break coming back the other way. Jimma James leaves it, and Sasser in the slammer for his 19th point of the ball game. 18-point lead. Turnaround in the lane. Glover with his 25th point of the evening. 4:40 to go. Casper's lead appearing much safer right now at 16 at 96-80.
I want them to know that they'll be accepted. There's a lot of opportunities here, and there'll be a lot of one-on-one with the teacher. You'll get a lot more personal experience, and there's a lot of opportunities through Casper College, not just with getting a degree, but also like outside work and extracurricular stuff.
Casper looking like it's going to move on into the full Region 9 tournament next week in Scottsbluff. Birds up 16, still got 4:40 left in this one. They led by as many as 14 in the first half. Eastern, I believe, has had a 1-point lead at one time here in the second half. Birds were up 54-53 at the halfway mark, now leading 96-80. And awaiting them in Scottsbluff in the Region 9 tournament will be McCook, which upset NJC down in Sterling on the Plainsman's home floor today with a last-second bucket. Here's a high arc. Robinson misses. Tip no good. Lancers, nobody was there. And the miss on the slam uncontested. Oh, Kyrie Rashid got to be going, what happened? And then Jimma James, or Kun Kuan, rolls one in and draws the foul. Oops. Well, it happens. Kuan to the free throw line, where he's been 80% this year. Birds just a deuce away from 100. He missed that one. Still 4 minutes to go. It's 98-80. Along the baseline, they'll feed it again in deep. Rashid's shot is blocked. Comes out for Tarver. Three is a miss, and the Birds will take it ahead. Casper does not need to hurry anymore. Bashir with a pick. Give and go, and the slam by Josh E.J. Well, back to a 20-point lead. Little wild one-handers, no good. Birds will get it to Robinson. Pull up three. That's too hard. Never hit rim. Back the other way. Glover 1-on-2 layup against Robinson is good. Glover with 27 now. 100-82. T-Bird's going to move to 23-8 on the season. Bashir left-hand layup. That rolls home. He's got 25. Wow. And the basket that time by Glover again. He's got 29 now. Bashir trying to add to his total will miss. 102-84. Casper came in averaging 91. I believe they have hit the 100 mark 5 of the last 6 or 5 of the last 7. Got it again tonight here on the home court, but it was a battle for quite a bit of this game. Bashir's free throw is his 26th point. Scoreboard says Robinson has 31. I say he's got 33, but between the two of them, the two guys who started out front, the two three-point artists, are going to bag 60 points tonight between the two of them, the way things look. Turnaround from the right side of the lane. That's no good. The miss by Fitwe. Bashir into the front court behind a pick. Rolls all the way down. That'll be an easy layup. That's just a tired basketball team with only 7 players on it. And they played their hearts out tonight. The score is not going to be indicative of how close this game was most of the way. Drea Merich coming back in for the T-Birds. Eastern season will come to an end. They'll end by losing 13 games in a row. Tough year for Tom Anderson and company. They'll finish 4-25 without a road win this year. And the first free throw by Glover is good. That's his 30th point of the ball game. Sophomore from Texas. And the second one rolls home too. He's got 31. Bird basketball, we approach 2 to go. Robinson for Bashir. High right, outside, dribble drive, left hand layup's good. He's got 31 to match his partner Robinson, and to match Glover for that matter. Glover dribbles off his foot, gathers it back to Fitwe. Into the paint, floats home the one-hander, no. Rebound Kuan. Cross-court it to Bashir. He will drive, lay it up again. They're just not going to be able to stop him right now. It's a very tired basketball team. 24-point lead, and the one-hander's good, floating it off the glass from the right side that time. Micah Tarver with his 14th point of the ball game. Did some damage in the first half, been kind of quiet here in the second. Rohan Butler for Darius Robinson, who gets a nice hand as he leaves the court. I am with 33 points. And the free throw is good. Tarver with 15. Spinning in the lane. Oh, what a move. A little 360. And we'll dish it home. That'll be Jimma James in double figures with 10. Back the other way. James trying to reverse it. No. Sasser had the tap, wouldn't go. And came to Merich, but he was standing out of bounds. 62 seconds left in this one. Casper now 23-8, 10-3 at home. Headed for a date with McCook in the Region 9 tournament in Scotts Bluff. Long three. Sanchez, who averages 3 points a ball game, has had 4 threes tonight for his 11 points. That doesn't add up. So it's 3. Dribble drive and the layup. Butler in the scorebook with his first score of the ball game. Lead to 22 points now. Birds led by as many as 14 in the opening half, led by 1 at the halfway mark, and have battled And now all of a sudden they've led by as many as 24 here in the last 5 to 8 minutes of the ball game. Running one-hander in the lane, that's good. Fitwe with 13. Birds now can just hold the ball here and walk away. 114 to 94 is going to be the final. Casper now 23-8 on the season. Tom Park's first season at Casper College will finish with a home record of 10-3. And the T-Birds headed to Scotts Bluff next week and a date with McCook, Nebraska. We'll be here Thursday, though. It'll be the ladies' turn as they host the Region 9 tournament for the women, and that will be a 7:30 ball game. We'll know more later today about an opponent. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Jack Noakes, T-Bird Gym, where the Birds have just moved into the Region 9 tournament proper. They win the playoff game, or the play-in game, let's get that correctly. Play-in game against Eastern Wyoming, 114-94. Biggest lead for the Birds was 24 points with 1:41 to play. Score was tied 5 times. Lead changed hands 4 times. T-Birds led by 14 in the first half early, and then Eastern played with them the rest of the way, and they went to the locker room just down a point. It was 54-53 T-Birds at the halfway mark, and it stayed close through the first 10 minutes or so of the second half, and then the Birds just kind of overwhelmed them, and it was the guards, Darius Robinson, Abdul Bashir. Robinson 13 of 20 from the field, 4 for 8 in the land of 3, finished with 33 points. Bashir did a lot of his scoring late in the ball game to really put it away. Abdul was 10 of 18 from the field, 4 of 6 behind the three-point line, also 9 of 9 at the free throw line. He, like Robinson, finishes the night with 33 points. Nate Sasser had 19 points, 9 of 15 from the field, struggled just 1 of 6 at the free throw line. The other player in double figures, Jimma James, was 5 of 8 from the field for 10 points. Josh E.J., as always, 8 points, which is about what he averages, 8 rebounds, that's what he averages, and also 5 block shots, and that's about what he averages too. So his presence felt on the floor as usual. Casper playing without Malik Rebatez, their starting guard, who's got a bad foot. The idea is to get him ready to play in the Region 9 tournament, and the Birds' first-round opponent will be Scottsbluff. Will be at Scottsbluff. Their first-round opponent will be the number 6 seed from the south. That's McCook College, which upset Northeastern in Sterling on the Plainsman's home court this afternoon just before this game started. So Casper due to play, and they don't really have the time listed here as to what time, but it will be, not going to tell us, are they? When game number 3, oh yes they will, game number 3 is at 5 o'clock. T-Birds should be at 5 o'clock in Scottsbluff on Thursday, where they will meet McCook, Nebraska, the winner over Northeastern Junior College today. So the T-Birds end the home season on a victory note, 114-94. The 20-point victory sends them on to Scottsbluff and the Region 9 tournament. Reminder, we'll have the girls tournament. Dwight Ganeri's team won the North sub-region and gets to host the Region 9 tournament in its entirety. And the T-Birds, as the number 1 seed from the North, will be playing, should tip it off about 7:30 on Thursday night here from the house that Swede built. Jack Noakes, thanks to Joe. Thanks to, what's your name, Jake? Yes. Okay, there's too many Jakes and Jacks and Joes. You confuse old people. Thanks, guys, for taking care of us. We'll see you again on Thursday. It'll be Region 9 time for Dwight Ganeri's ladies. The final again, Casper College 114, Eastern Wyoming 94. Good night, everybody.
So one of the main reasons I chose Casper College is I'm from Casper, born and raised, and it's great that we have this community college here that it's ranked pretty high among community colleges. So I'm a non-traditional student, and I was a little bit nervous